So I'm just going to go through a couple of the questions on the White Rose worksheet because this is a new topic and it is a little bit confusing. So obviously you can also watch the White Rose video that's done by them that goes through some examples, but this is just in case you were having problems still with the worksheets. So today we're dividing 2 digits by 1 digit and we're using a variety of methods to do this. Step 1 is to use a pictorial method and step 2 is to use a part-whole method. That's what PPW stands for. They both work and part-whole is just a little bit trickier to get your head around. Step 3 is to answer word problems. So if you get to the end of your sheet, with the White Rose worksheets, they get harder as they go along. So question 6, 7, and sometimes there's a question 8 are always the trickiest ones to work out. So what we are going to go through first, we're going to go through question number 1. So it says there are 84 pencils to be shared equally into 4 pots. So you can see they have visually shown you 84 using 10s and using 1s. So there's 8 10s and there's 4 1s. So what they want you to do is draw the pencils on the place value chart to show how they are shared. So what you're going to need to do is you are going to need to share the 10s out first in the 10s column and then the 1s chart. However, the important word that we need to think about at the moment is this one, okay, equally. So if it's being shared equally, that means that there can't be more in one box than in another. Pause the video now and have a go at this one on your sheet. Okay, so you should have paused it, and now I'm just going to go through the answer or what to do to get to the answer. So I'm going to use a box for 10 and then I'm going to use a line for 1 because I'm using it on my mouse pad and it's a bit tricky. So basically we need to share these out into the 10s. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we're going to do it across. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, they're not the same size, are they? 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, and then we're going to use a line for 1. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 1s. So we're going to share them equally. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so therefore we can now work out what the answer is going to be in the question B, or in the answer B. Complete the number sentences. 8 10s divided by 4 equals how many 10s? So that's 8 10s is the same as, it is the same as 80, you should have said that. And then it asks you what 4 1s divided by 4 equals, and then it asks you what 84, which is this altogether, divided by 4. So we've divided it into our 4 boxes, and then you need to pop in the box how many pencils are in each pot. I'm not going to do it for you. You're going to do that one now. So if you just pause the video, and then we're going to move on to the next question. Okay. So our next question is getting a little bit trickier. So this is Amir, and he is solving 48 divided by 2 on a place value chart. So as you can see, a little yellow circle with a 10 in it is equal to 10, and a little red circle with a 1 in it is equal to 1. What we want you to do is to complete the part-whole model to show what Amir has done. So as you can see, Amir has drawn his part-whole model. He's popped 48 at the top and he's split it up into the parts, which is going to be 40 and 8. Okay, they add together to get 48. So you need to divide the 40 by 2 and you need to divide the 8 by 2, okay? So first of all, we need to do 40 divided by 2, and then we need to do 8 divided by 2. I'm just typing on here because it's easier than drawing. So let's start with 8 divided by 2. You can do that because you know the answer, or you can do it by sharing it out. You can get your boxes up. You can do 2 boxes. Oh, dearie me, that's not supposed to happen. You can do 2 boxes and then you can share them out. Share 8 out between 2. Okay, so you can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So how many in one box? 1, 2, 3, 4. So the answer is 4. And then with 40 divided by 2, you might already know the answer. But what you need to think about is if you know what 4 divided by 2 is, yeah, you're right, the answer is 2. You know what 40 divided by 2 is, that would be 20. Okay, that's to do with our related calculations. And then you can have a go at working out what the answer is going to be in this box here. Pause the video now, have a go at that. Right, now this is our hot challenge. I think this is the last question. Yes, the last question on the sheet. It's a 2-part question. That's why it's the last question. That's why it's hot. So it says, Esther has 2 jars of mints. She shares the mints equally between 3 bowls. How many mints are in each bowl? So for this one, you need to do 2 calculations. The first calculation you need to do is going to be 60 add 36. Why do you think that this is one of the calculations that we need to do? You're right, it's because we've got 60 here and we've got 36 there. We need to add them all together to work out what we're dealing with. So if you add it up, you can add it up in a column, you can add it up however you like, and if you did that, or you can just do it in your head, it would be 96. Okay, so we'll start with 96. And we're going to then do 96 divided by 3. Okay, so how are we going to work it out? You can work it out using a part-whole model, or you can work it out using a share method if you want to, although because 96 is a big number, it might be a little bit tricky. You can use a place value chart, but for this one, I would use the part-whole model. So put 96 at the top, split it up into 90 and 6, and then divide each part by 3. So I've only gone through 3 of the questions, okay, but they're 3 questions that are a little bit different, and if you can do these 3 questions, you should be able to have a go at the questions on the sheet, okay. It is the sort of sheet that should take you quite a long time to complete, so you have to really think about the answers, okay? It's not obvious. So, good luck, and to get your parent or grown-up to take a picture of it for your dojo so I can mark it.